the very first thing you have to do, and in fact, I think one of the core skills of being a great storyteller is to be a good listener. So one of the first things you need to do is you need to be listening to the stories, because here's the reality of social media today. There may be stories about you or your brand or your company or your product that not only did you not start the story, but you're not even involved in the conversation. So this is an example. A mommy blogger wrote a blog post, and basically the story behind the blog post was she had sort of a, this tall sort of girl, so still into the doll thing, and the next door neighbor came over and said, I'm taking my daughter over to the American Girl doll store because they do makeovers on dolls. And so if you want, I'll take your daughter and her doll, and we'll go and we'll do makeovers with the girls' dolls. I don't know if you've ever been to an American Girls doll store, but it's like crack cocaine for little children. It's staggering. The stuff you can buy, they have tea parties you can have with your dolls. Scary, scary stuff for a dad with a daughter. But anyway, so they go to the American Girl store, and they get up to the line, and this mommy blogger's daughter gets up there, and she takes her most beloved doll, the one she has selected to get the makeover, and she hands it to the cosmetologist, the doll cosmetologist, who looks at it and says, yeah, we only do makeovers on American Girl dolls. Sorry, and gives her the doll back. So the point of this blog post is, basically, it's an open letter to American Girl saying, you know what? I was really having a hard time trying to teach my daughter the whole concept of haves and have-nots, but thank you so much for giving her this rude, life-changing awakening that she now understands she's not really worthy of being in your store because she didn't have the right doll, and someday it might be the right car, and it might be the right college. So thank you so much. And the blog post is brilliantly written. And within 2 hours, there were hundreds of comments. Within 7 days, this woman and her daughter had been on all 3 morning news shows. Now today, thousands of comments. And what's fascinating is the absent voice in the conversation is American Girl. They never engaged. They never jumped in. If they had a good monitoring and listening program, and they had been tracking what was being said about them online, they could have jumped in within the first 100